Big day for Kyle Dubas, running his first NHL draft as GM of the Maple Leafs. Whoever he picks tonight, we'll all be analyzing it to death, looking for hints at how his vision is different from that of Mark Hunter. He has Hunter's draft list. Will he use it? Toronto Star file photo. For the record, I think he will trade the pick. Maybe for a high second and one or two later, even next year. Before we get to the mailbag, where's what others who have done mock drafts think the Leafs will do with 25th overall? Sportsnet's Sam Cosentino, center Ryan McLeod, Mississauga, a high-level toolbox, says Cosentino. TSN's Craig Button, defenseman Rasmus Sandin, Sioux Greyhounds, skates, thinks, makes plays, says Button. DraftSite.com, defenseman Alexander Alexeyev, Red Deer, keeps the puck moving. MinHellDraft.com, defenseman Ryan Merkley, wealth, fantastic puck skills and elite vision. Newsday, defenseman Matthias Samuelsson, USMTDP, physical. Article continued below. There you have a few ideas of what the Leafs might be getting. Now, to the mailbag. Drinking game. Take a tipple whenever you hear, "We got the guy we wanted. We couldn't believe he was available where we picked. We thought he'd go higher." Question. Hi Kevin. Question for your blog. Lou was released from his position as GM of the NJ Devils and the Leafs signed him. For that, we had to give up our 2018 third-round draft pick. It looks as if the same thing has happened and he's now the GM of the Islanders. Why don't we get a draft pick as compensation? Thanks, Patty ANSWER. Thanks, Pat. The whole idea of giving up draft picks for a team to sign coaches and executives under contract from other teams was a short-lived and stupid idea. Unfortunately, the Leafs were in the middle of it, giving up picks to Detroit for Mike Babcock and New Jersey for Lou Lamoriello. Both were under contract when they came to Toronto. Babcock had only a few days left. But the rules were the rules. Get today's top sports stories in your inbox. For headlines from the Star's award-winning sports journalists, sign up for our daily sports newsletter. Question. Good stuff, Kevin. I don't see much change happening with the Leafs next year other than JVR or maybe Pollock leaving. Bozak and Komarov will not get big-time contracts elsewhere and could be back maybe. Gardiner will retire a Leaf no matter how bad defensively he is. What will happen if Nylander decides to take the Lindros route and not sign with the Leafs? I don't see him excelling under Babcock. Babcock will likely be shifting him back and forth between the first and fourth lines. After all, Babcock has a love affair with Hyman and rewards his checkers rather than his high-end offensive players. That's been proven. Re-signing Carrick for another year tells me they are desperate for defensemen, and unless they trade maybe Nylander or pick up another fourth or fifth defenseman, they will basically be starting the season with the same back seven, minus Pollock and with maybe one or two call-ups from the Marlies. Let's hope Dubas has some bright ideas and Babcock is reminded he is the coach only and not God. On the downside, I hope they don't trade Nylander. Great stuff. Good to see you back. K article continued. Belamic BANSWER. Wow, you sound really pessimistic. It's the summer. Enjoy. Don't even think about hockey. Get away from it. Go to a beach. Go camping. I don't share your pessimism. There's a Marley or two that will help. And the Leafs signed a pretty good Russian defenseman in Igor Ozhiganov. And I believe Nikita Zaitsev will bounce back. And remember, their best players are 20. Bound to get better, go further. Question. Hi Kevin, first time writing in. Love your column. Okay, consider this scenario. Sign Tavares, 1 year at the max, 20% of the cap, like $16 million. Quietly, agree that in return, he gives us a contract right after, for 2 years at say, $8 million per. Then do sort of the reverse with Matthews and Marner, convince them to sign a bridge deal for $5 million a year for the 2 years we get Tavares at the discount, with the promise that they'll get like 3 more after. At, say $14 million and $11 million respectively, then you got a 3-year window with all 3 playing at a major discount, and thus have enough cap space to find a defenseman or 2, to take a run at the cup. Did I just find a loophole around the CBA? Or did they already think of this and have rules against it? Thanks, Godwin answer. Thanks for writing in for the first time, and keep them coming. I'll be gentle. When you use terms like quietly agree, that's cap violation territory. Secondly, if you can convince Matthews and Marner to sign for $5 million for 2 years, you're general manager of the year. I would sue any agent that would sign off on walking away from a $10, $12 to $14 million payday. Question: Hi Kevin. Nice to see the return of the blog. Interesting idea about Tavares, especially the 1-year deal for maximum dollars. More than enough to set up anyone for life, especially after having already earned multi-millions. Maybe I'm greedy, but I'd be looking for something long-term in the $12 million plus range. Of course, now that Lou is running the Islanders, he'll probably re-up there for $8 million or $9 million a year. I know it's not a bumper crop of free agents, but do you see anyone the Leafs are likely to pursue? Who they go after should give us some insight into the mindset of Kyle Dubas. Keep up the good work, Alan Hanswer. Thanks Alan. I love the 1-year, big payday idea for Tavares. Applies perhaps more to Joe Thornton perhaps. Or Ilya Kovalchuk. It's a tool they have in their back pocket. Will be interesting to see if they use it.